Hey guys, welcome up to Season 10, Episode 13 of Criminal Minds. Here we go. Oh, shit! I did not expect him, honestly. I was like, this is the unsub. Or this is the guy who's dying. What is wrong? Who the fuck was that? Dude, wait. Dude, this is... I just don't want it to be what I think it is, and I feel like... Dude, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's Gideon.
You can't start like that.
Yeah, just tell them you're with us. They'll let you through. Okay.
Is this how it's gonna go? All my friends dying off? First Aaron, then Harrison, and now Jason. Disease is one thing, but...
What the hell?
Murder?
So you guys haven't seen Gideon in like 8 years? He didn't say goodbye or anything?
He left Spence a letter. The way to love him was to let him be.
Sounds intense.
More like passionate.
He had that reputation. He only lectured twice.
Because he found the footpath killer and came back to the unit.
I heard that's why he jumped ship.
There was always a method to his madness. Maybe because he followed his heart.
They just
So
killed
he
off
retired and then
Jason
got into
Gideon.
These birds.
Yeah, birds have always been his thing.
It wasn't close enough. He wanted to kill him in his own house.
Wounds him first because he's a coward and doesn't have the guts to go inside until he's got the upper hand.
He'd only feel confident if he knew he'd weakened him.
Sounds like a hunter.
He wanted Gideon to know who he was.
He watched, waited, and hunted him. This is personal.
Stephen,
Oh my God, it's not a kid anymore.
Is that his son?
A few days worth of clothes and hotel soaps.
Oh, he always did that. He'd collect them and put like money in gum and make these little bags and keep them in his car, give them to the homeless. Tells
I
us he's
want to
been traveling
cry.
a lot, according to his
I
past.
love that,
And
man.
they laid down the East Coast. But he
I
came back
can't
home,
believe
so
this
he
is
knew that and
happening.
He would want him dead.
We should start with recent releases.
Out of
Bruh.
respect, I kept him covered.
appreciate that.
Cause of death was hypovolemic shock due to ballistic trauma. 3 points of entry: left shoulder, right abdominal wall, and right temporal.
Did he suffer?
Not for long, no. His brain stopped working before he was able to process his last breath.
Oh, Reed.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Fuck.
Sometimes you put up these walls and you block us out, and you can't do that not right now. We need you, kid.
After he left the BAU, he called to tell me about his list. He never said it was a bucket list, but that was the idea anyway. Reconnecting with me was one of his things.
Back from Jacksonville, and instead of coming here home to his cabin, he stayed one night in Roanoke.
Why? It's only an hour away. Spence?
Just don't understand any of it anymore. I guess I'm just looking for it again.
You're remembering the letter Gideon left you.
Thinking maybe he rushed back and stayed in Roanoke. He was finally happy. What if he found someone like Sarah again?
God, this is breaking my heart. Fuck.
He'd always say to me, Morgan, I'm the unsub. How did I do it?
Well,
God.
first I shoot my target from a distance, wounding him. So, I stand over. I get off on this. My face is the last thing he'll see. And then I finish him.
All right, most of the gunfire.
God, this is so much worse when it's personal.
So then why did Gideon shoot way over here to this wall? It's like this was done on purpose. That's gotta mean something.
The birds?
The devil is in the detail.
No, maybe I can help. What's wrong?
Van won't turn over. My dog is sick. Trying to call the vet because I got a shuttle that'll come pick him up.
What's wrong with your dog?
A bum leg. Thought a walk would help, but I think all that made his heart hurt. You can pet him. He won't bite.
But he might.
Maybe it just needs some water?
Boy.
I just always thought I'd see him again.
I know.
I just really like to play one more game of chess with him.
I didn't think I'd see him again because I found out that the actor left because
I'm not
he
being very
was
rational.
uncomfortable with the
I
show.
know. I haven't seen him.
But I didn't think they would
in a really
kill
long
him.
time, but I knew he was always out there, and now it just feels empty.
Yeah, honestly. It's like...
Yeah. But time will pass and slowly you'll forget how much it hurts.
It's like one of my favorite characters that just left the show. And he's dead.
I want to find something else.
Bro, what the fuck?
Hey, it doesn't smell the same. We're back where it all started, my friend. We were the behavioral science unit back then.
This is awesome.
You call us the BS unit.
I was just about to say
We weren't pretty
BSU.
organized.
What are you looking at anyway? Birds. There's a third murder without motive in Salem. A serial crime. He's too obsessed with his own thing. What's his take? 20-something. Brunettes. He strangles them and leaves them in an open grave. But here's the thing. He puts dead birds in their hands. That's gotta mean something to him.
Well, you got me hooked. Let's take a trip to Roanoke.
You know, I want to talk to these victims' families. Maybe there's a connection between them.
I think he was trying to tell us that his killer is the same one from a case we worked on in 1978.
So it was someone he locked up.
No, those murders went unsolved.
So this wasn't about revenge on Gideon if he didn't lock the guy up, then what was this?
This
Maybe
has
he went
to
after
be,
Gideon because
like,
he was back on the case again.
pure
Youngster was
shock.
strangling 20-something
I can't believe
Garcia, were there
this.
any female bodies found in Roanoke County the past few days?
Let me check the crystal web.
I mean, as far as like storytelling, it doesn't really make sense, but I guess, I mean, he's not
An
coming
unidentified
back.
woman in her 50s was found in a shallow grave just outside of Salem.
Was she strangled?
That's the mystery. There was no foul play.
Those little brown birds were the unsub's obsession.
Oh, so this is the... Looks like the same. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
This woman would have been in her 20s back then. Age-wise, that's his type. Gideon must have thought the same thing. She was a victim, then she was held captive for 37 years. Who knows what he did to her in all that time?
What if he stopped killing because he found the victim he really wanted and held on to her?
Her recent death could have sent the unsub into a tailspin.
The Roanoke sheriff just sent me the report and a crime scene photo.
Gideon didn't have this photo, but he still had a hell of a hunch.
Wait a minute. Gideon had a picture. Search through his wallet. There's a picture of a girl.
Tara Burnett, Roanoke High, class of 76.
That's her. It's gotta be.
gotta
I
be
met
her.
her mother back then.
Like they think no one would want her. But you know this crazy man isn't taking the pretty ones.
When you told the sheriff your concerns, did he report to her missing in other jurisdictions?
No, he told me to make a flyer. Her father's a real. And sometimes the
That
cops are killing.
casting's pretty
So they
good.
think she's run off again. But I might not be the best mother, but I love her.
I can't fucking believe this. I feel so defeated right now.
I know something's really wrong.
Honestly, I haven't even been paying attention to what the guy did. I don't even know if I can sentence him because I forgot.
Me.
I have to convince them to file a
No one is listening to me.
FBI has no
Please,
jurisdiction
please, can you just swear I'm not the only one thinking about Tara?
What did this guy kill? Like 4 people? God, that guy, like, that... Gideon hooked me on this show. That's what's so defeating about this.
He wanted to know if she had a butterfly tattoo on her ankle.
Did she have that tattoo?
Yes. And now you're wanting to know too. So what's going on?
That ink's pretty faded. She must have got that 40 years ago.
She's got ripped ligaments
Of course he was
between
still
her
doing
pelvic girdle
those.
and femur bone, like her legs had been dislocated multiple times. She's got calluses like she was crawling around like a limp dog.
Have you ever seen that before?
Yes. On 3 young women many years ago.
Hey, 4 dead. Look at me.
It's time to bring her all the way out here, but he didn't bury her.
But leaving dead birds in his victim's hands was his signature, so why abandon it now?
Because that was the special one.
Keeping her for 40 years became his new obsession.
Watch.
He put her on display.
For the birds?
It's a nest.
I might be emotional right now, but like, I want to kill this guy. Death penalty. You took a picture of him, you fucking jackass.
I'm waiting on the dead girl's case files from 78. Didn't have any of them scanned yet, so it's gonna take at least an hour.
Found it in his freezer. Mint chip.
That was his favorite. Remember that birthday of his when we had the taste test?
Yeah, I couldn't fool him. It's the good stuff or nothing. That was fast.
It was. This is not then though, this is now. I've said more for all things Roanoke, including the boring stuff. This is not boring, this is bad. There's a missing woman, her name's Josie Bedard.
What can I get you?
Did you see a white man in here yesterday, early 60s?
He was wearing a striped shirt, khakis, sneakers.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I messed with his hands a lot. I took his order, and he sat at this booth, breakfast to supper. I gave him an extra piece of pie, he was here so long. Speaking of which, let me get you gentlemen a slice.
Oh, just coffee, please.
Sure.
I'm gonna do that to you. Takes a long time.
The librarian remembers Gideon. He got a temporary card, checked out his books in the morning, left them in the Dropbox on his drive home last night.
And his last move is when the unsub targeted him.
The age of the victims has stayed the same as the unsub has aged. It speaks to his arrested development. So the question's what it's always been. Why then? Why now?
It builds courtship nests in evergreen hemlock trees. It blue-headed vireo.
Is there a quiz later?
And this one here. A madly in love, overworked Italian who stops at every payphone to call his wife and buys an incredible amount of postcards. It's a David Rossi.
Not what you think.
These victims, their self-esteem is so low, they ignore their own instinct to fight or flight.
So they wouldn't trust their gut enough to scream or run away when danger's smack in front of them.
A person has to have enough self-worth to want to cause a scene. And this unknown subject, he wants to claim his kill.
Yeah. Signature.
Signature, yeah. I like that. We should call it that.
This is it. Nelson's Sparrow. It's what the unsub left in their hands because its behavior matched that of the insecure victims. Tara's mother said she was broken.
And he knew that because he spent more time watching her than the others.
So he was able to study her, not just glance as she passed by the window.
They were both in their 20s when she was taken. If they weren't friends in high school, maybe they worked together.
Tara's mom said right out of school she bagged groceries.
I've got Tara working at Joe's on Main, summer of 76 through 77.
Are there any employees at Joe's supermarket who started in the 70s and are still there?
Well, that's nearly 40 years ago in a galaxy far, far away that wasn't using my magic binary boxes, but the place is still family owned and operated. Give me a hot minute. Okay, 3 of the people still working there are women, that leaves 2 males. Here's a name I've heard before, Malik.
Who?
Gertie Malik is one of the founding members of the Bird Group, died in 1974. Her next of kin was her nephew, Donnie Malik, who inherited
That's him.
farm and...
Jack, you sure? Say something.
72-year-old wheelchair-bound Aunt Gertrude. I have no school records on him past 1971, and if I do the math from Aunt Gertie's death certificate, he's been on his own since he was 17.
The years of isolation in that house were stressful. That explains why he was obsessed with birds.
Jesus. Can I give this guy the death penalty, please? I'm gonna do it. Just for the... This is my free pass. This is my I get to give the death penalty just because I want to. Pass. And I'm cashing it in. Like, maybe I can put him somewhere else. Maybe I can actually sentence him. But I want to pass. Right here. This just one time. Try something, I dare you.
It'd be a big deal in prison for killing a federal agent. A legend if you killed 2.
I saw nothing.
This is wrong. This is just plain wrong. Pull over, Dave. For God's sake, pull over! We did the best we could, Jason. That's not good enough. Because he's still out there. He's gonna do terrible things, and we won't find him. Because there's so many of them, and there's only 3 of us. And we can't do it all. We can't! We didn't find her. This is someone's baby. Do you get that?
Of course I get that. And you're right. We need more help.
We need an army.
Then let's get back and build our army. But we aren't going to get it with you screaming to the gods.
Okay.
What's really going on?
You tell me, profiler.
I like that. Profiler.
So go ahead.
Takes one to know one. You're gonna be a father too.
You're very good. Not as good as me, but impressive, Agent. What's your middle name?
Steven. Why?
On the edge of the
Oh! Named his son after Rossi.
And when I sleep, I will dream of the sweet.
If you need anything, you know where to find me, Steven. He loved watching the seasons change from here. Couldn't wait to get snowed in.
So about 10 years ago, we're sitting on the runway in Denver, and we're waiting for the wings to be de-iced, and everybody's stressed out, and suddenly Gideon collapses in this fit of uncontrollable laughter. You know, the crazy kind where he ends up in tears.
I know the one.
And he says,
there was this local kid, must have been 12. He dares us to go down this incline that was legendary. Well, you know, Gideon, he's not about to turn down a challenge.
From a 12-year-old.
Of course. So he takes this kid's sled and goes flying down this hill. I mean, it was like lightning. He jumps off right before it smacks into a headstone.
He said that was you.
No.
Yeah, well, he never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Nope, he sure didn't.
When a good man is hurt, all who would be called good must suffer with him. Euripides.
I know you probably couldn't get the actor back or whatever, and you know, he didn't want to be on the show. The actor and Gideon, nothing alike. By the way, we'll point that out. But you probably couldn't get the actor back, but I would have not been... I wouldn't have hated if you wouldn't, like, just go back, like, season 1, 2, something like that, and take one of the quotes that he did there, play it again. That was great time for that. I'm stunned, honestly. If I never would have thought this would have happened. Ever. Especially knowing what I found out about the actor, about, you know, the reason why he's gone and he left. It's because it was, you know, the show got too dark for him and he couldn't really do it. Which, I mean, sure. Not for everybody. I mean, I kind of... What'd you expect? But, like, sure. Not for everybody. I get it. It got too dark, I guess. One of my favorite characters on the entire show was honestly one of the ones that really hooked me on to this show really fast, and yeah, I'm stunned. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. I'm also going to be selfish today. I'm not watching the next episode. I need a break. That was too much. I will see y'all next time.